I've already spoken about the foundation of Tantra, which is the lotus pose and the tantric diamond pose. But in order to reach this stage, you need a certain level of fitness and flexibility, especially in the lower section of the body. These two poses together ensure that the joints of the legs and the spine remain healthy throughout your life. So, how do we reach this stage? Well, there is a proper method and a proper system in place, and this video is going to be about how you can actually gradually make the body flexible and strong enough to be able to sit in these two postures comfortably. So, this is just an online session that I took recently. Just have a look and enjoy. Stand up. We'll do the first warm-up, which is the Bhadrasana stretch. 2 fingers distance between the 2 feet. Feet are parallel to each other. Slowly we breathe in and raise the heels up, raise the hands up, and stretch up as much as you can. Then maintain with normal abdominal breathing. As you breathe in, relax the belly and expand the belly nicely. As you breathe out, let the belly go back. Keep stretching up. Make sure the arms touch the side of the head. And you keep on stretching up. Do this. Start. The key to balancing in this pose is that you keep your head still, keep the eyes fixed on one point in front of you, and then you'll see that balancing becomes easy. If you move the head or the eyes here and there, you lose balance. So always ensure that the head is still and the eyes are still, they are focused on one point in front of you. You should be able to maintain this much. Go for the second round. Slowly breathe in. Raise the heels up. Raise the hands up. Stretch up simultaneously. Both the arms are slightly behind and both the arms are touching the ears. And you keep on stretching the spine up. Go for it. Keep raising the heels higher and higher. Keep stretching the spine more and more. Raise the heels up nicely. Maintain normal abdominal breathing. Heels should be high. Slowly breathe out, come down. Keep stretching up as much as you can. Normal abdominal breathing. Try to maintain longer. And always keep your eyes fixed on one point in front of you. If you want to balance, otherwise you'll lose balance and you won't be able to maintain for too long. Keep the eyes fixed, do normal abdominal breathing, and keep on stretching more and more. Maintaining the posture is important. And increasing the intensity of the stretch is also important. slowly relax. We do one last round, which is the fourth round. Fourth round, the same thing. Slowly breathe in, raise the heels up, raise the hands up, stretch the spine up maximum. Arms are touching the ears, the shoulders are touching the ears. Keep stretching up. Keep raising the heels higher. Do normal abdominal breathing. Keep your eyes fixed on one point. And slowly breathe out, hands come down. Okay? Try to increase the duration of maintaining the posture. Second warm up, stand up. Feet are parallel to each other. Lateral stretching of the arms. Both the hands at the level of the shoulders. Fingers stretched in all the directions. Both the hands are stretched in the sideways direction. You're stretching both the hands and the arms sideways, as if someone is pulling both the hands from both the sides in both the directions. There should be symmetrical stretching. Right arm and left arm should be stretched equally. And you do normal abdominal breathing with the eyes closed. And you keep on increasing the intensity of the stretch. You keep doing that till you can no longer bear the pain in the shoulders. Eyes are closed, normal abdominal breathing. If you can't maintain this long, then do multiple rounds. Again, next round, arms at the level of the shoulders. Stretch the fingers in all the directions. Stretch the hands sideways as much as you can. Keep on stretching. Keep on increasing the intensity of the stretch. Eyes are closed. Normal abdominal breathing. Make sure that both the arms are at the level of the shoulders and they should be stretched equally in both the directions. Remember, the arms should never be too high. They shouldn't be too low. They shouldn't be too much in front or too behind. They should be properly at the position of the shoulders, at the level of the shoulders, and they should be stretched laterally, sideways. Maintain with normal abdominal breathing. If you can't maintain, go for one last round, multiple round. One last round of this. Keep stretching. Feet are parallel to each other. And slowly relax. Let the blood flow to the fingers. Relax the hands. We'll do the dynamic variation of the chair posture first. So for the dynamic variation of the chair posture, we are combining the first two variations of the chair posture. So again, there is 2 fingers distance between the 2 feet. Feet are parallel to each other. Once the hands are relaxed, you slowly breathe in, raise the hands up so that they are parallel to the floor at the level of the shoulders in front of you. Breathe in and do this. And remember, it's normal abdominal breathing. Go for it. Breathe in, hands parallel to the floor. Then breathe out, fold the knees, make the thighs parallel to the floor. Then as you breathe in, take the hands sideways, palms facing in front. As you breathe out, take the hands up, arms touching the side of the head. You breathe in once in the hands up position. And you breathe out, bring the hands parallel again. Again, breathing in, hands sideways. Breathing out, hands up. Breathe in once in the hands up position. Breathe out, hands parallel to the floor. Again, breathe in, hands sideways. Breathe out, hands up. Breathe in once in that position. And then breathe out, hands parallel. So this is like 3 rounds of hand movements. Take it slowly. Breathe in. Breathe out, up. Breathe in once. Breathe out, down. Breathe in. Breathe out, up. Breathe in once. Breathe out, down. Breathe in. Breathe out, up. Breathe in once. Breathe out, down. Okay. One last round we'll do of this. Forward the dorsal stretch. Feet position is the same. More weight on the toes. Stretch karo, body ko. Stretch, put more weight on the toes. Breathe in, hands go all the way up. Head and arms are touching each other. Head and arms go back slightly. Then keeping the hips shifted in front, you bend at the hip joint and breathe out. Stretch down. The head should be relaxed between the 2 arms. Knees should be straight. And try to maintain the normal abdominal breathing. With every exhalation, try to stretch further down. When you have bent the hip joint, you have shifted the weight on the toes, you have shifted the hips in front. In the final position, just relax the upper body. Like this. With every exhalation, you're doing normal breathing. And with every exhalation, just let the torso come down nicely. Every exhalation, elbows start getting folded. And you allow the body to stretch down. The legs should be together like this. The knees should be together. Place the hands on the thighs. Both the legs are taking support of each other. Knees are together, feet are together, thighs are together. So both the legs are taking support of each other. You place the palms on the thighs like this. And you fold the knees as much as possible. You go down as much as possible. And then you join the palms in front of the chest. And slowly straighten the back and try to look up at the ceiling with normal abdominal breathing. Try to maintain this for 30 seconds. Go for it. Start. You're looking up at the ceiling, holding the knees, Keeping the back straight, normal abdominal breathing. And then straight. After 30 seconds, you straight. We first keeping the legs together, the thighs are together, knees are together, heels are together, ankles and big toes together. We fold the knees, place the palms on the thighs. Okay, now just notice my back. My back is straight. I join the palms in front of my chest. I open up the chest and I try to straighten my back even more. Look at the curvature of my back. It is straight. Look up at the ceiling. Try to maintain normal abdominal breathing. This is how it should be. The back is straight. You're looking up at the ceiling. Chest is opened up. And you fold the knees. Maintain for 30 seconds. The same thing we are doing, the same stretch. The only thing is, when we stretch down like this, we breathe out completely. We hold the breath out and we pull the stomach in like this. Hold the breath out. Did you notice? You breathe out completely, hold the breath out, and you pull the stomach in. Then relax the stomach, and then breathe in straight. Got it? Try to place maximum weight on the toes and the heels. The forearms should get a nice stretch. Whenever you release, straighten the legs, move the toes a little bit so that you allow the blood to flow to the toes, relax the toes, then go for another round, try to maintain for as long as you can, knees together, both the legs are together, ankles together, heels together. Place the perineum against the heels. The perineum portion should touch the heels properly. Proper weight falls on the toes, on the perpendicular feet. Thumb to the base of the ring finger. Folded fingers, folded wrist downwards. On the thigh joints, elbows as so that the forearms and the wrist also get a nice stretch. So along with the toes and the feet, the wrist and the fingers are also getting a nice pressure because you have placed them on the thigh joint and you have straightened the elbows. Straightening of the elbows is important so that the weight properly falls on the toes. So that proper pressure is there on the palms and the wrist also. Then you relax. Straighten the legs. Move the toes a little bit. Close to the thigh joint. Legs together, knees together, side of the foot flat on the floor, back straight, palms on the floor, crawl with the fingers, try to bring the elbows, try to bring the elbow to the floor, fold the leg which is straight, hold the outside of the knee with the elbow and stretch further, sideways, try to bring the elbow to the floor. Every time you breathe in, you keep the back straight, and every time you breathe out, you crawl with the fingers and bend laterally. Every exhalation, crawl further, bend laterally, and try to bring the elbow to the floor with every exhalation. Maintain for 30 seconds. And same thing on the other side. Crawl with the fingers, bend laterally, elbow to the floor. Fold the leg which is straight. Hold the outside of the knee with the elbow. Crawl with the fingers. Try to bring the elbow to the floor. Once you're able to bring the elbow to the floor, and once you're able to maintain it for 30 seconds, you can attempt the Vajrasana, which is this posture. Maintain for 30 seconds, 4 times. Then if you can sit in Vajrasana comfortably, or at least for some time, then you can bring the palms over the head, join the palms like this, and keep stretching up and pushing the lower back in front as much as possible, so that you bring the lower back in front and you put the weight on the knees as much as possible. Maintain this for some time. Make sure that you keep on pushing the lower back in front so that maximum weight comes on the knees. Then once you're done with this, we can do the opposite twisting of the knee. That is, we do the butterfly pose, also known as Bhadrasana. In this, you have to make sure that the tailbone should be above and the front of the buttocks should be flat on the floor. The tailbone should not touch the floor. It should be above, it should be off the floor, and the front of the buttocks is flat on the floor. And you hold the toes with the interlocked fingers and try to bring the knees and thighs down to the floor. This is the exact opposite of what we did in the Tantric Vajrasana. We are doing the complement of that. We are twisting the knee and the ankle inwards in this. So it perfectly complements the previous practice. You can even stretch in this pose, making sure that the spine is straight, the buttocks are on the floor, and the tailbone is up. You only bend at the hip joint without bending at the back, and try to bring the forearm and the elbow to the floor like this. This is one way of stretching. As you can see, the tailbone is not touching the floor. Only the tailbone is off the floor. The front of the buttocks is touching the floor. And I am trying to keep the back as straight as possible and only bending at the hip joint. Bring the knees closer to the floor. Then I place the hands below the knees, bring the knees together, and straighten the knees. Now you fold one leg at the knee such that the hip joint is opened up properly, you take the knee away from the center of the body like this, and then that will give enough space for the knee to fold and for the heel to come and be fixed on the opposite thigh joint like this, with the ankle and the foot twisted upwards. And then with this, you try to bring the knee down, keeping the heel fixed on the thigh joint. You try to bring the knee down to the floor like this. Then you place the palm below the knee, you raise the knee up to the chest, keeping the heel fixed on the thigh joint. Without moving the heel, you again press the knee back to the floor. You do that a few times. You breathe out, bring the knee to the chest, breathe in, bring the knee to the floor. Once you're done with this, you can place the foot on the inner side of the opposite elbow joint like this, and then hold the shin from below, and then take the other hand from below and interlock the fingers. Hold the shin in such a way that the shin is parallel to the floor like this, and then you can rock the shin by opening up the hip joint. Try to take the hip joint away from the center of the body like this. Try to open up the hip joint properly by taking the knee and the shin away from the center of the body. Then we do the same thing on the other side. We take the knee away from the center of the body first, then that allows the knee to fold and allows the heel to come and get fixed at the opposite thigh joint with the ankle and the foot twisted upwards. Then again we bring the knee to the floor like this. Same thing, the same three things, keeping the heel fixed on the thigh joint. We bring the knee to the chest, the knee to the floor, knee to the chest as we breathe out, knee to the floor as we breathe in. Breathing is important in this, otherwise you can get a cramp. Opposite elbow joint, place the foot on the opposite elbow joint like this, and then hold the shin from below, interlock the fingers together, and try to make the shin parallel to the floor first. And again, you're opening up the hip joint by taking the knee and the shin away from the center of the body. Then we're done with the legs. Then we can attempt Padmasana, which is the lotus pose. This is the proper method of making the legs flexible enough to allow you to sit in the lotus pose. So in the lotus pose, you can stretch in front. It's known as Yogasana or Yog Mudra. You hold the left wrist with the right palm, and you place the wrist on the lower back. Elbows are up. You breathe in. As you breathe out, try to bring the chin to the floor. By bending at the hip joint, the elbows will relax on the thighs. Then again, when you release, you first breathe in, raise the elbows up, and then straighten the waist. Again, when you're bending at the hip joint. The back is as straight as possible. And elbows relax. You hold the breath out for 8 seconds. You maintain that with the breath held out for 8 seconds. Then you breathe in, elbows up, and you straighten this waist again. Do this for 8 rounds. Hold the breath for 8 seconds every time. The spine is straight. The bending is happening mainly at the hip joint. Elbows up, straighten the waist, breathe in. Once you're done with this for at least 8 rounds, then you can always straighten the legs. And then we walk on the balls of the foot, the balls of the feet. You stretch the hands up, you stretch the heels up, you raise the heels up as high as possible, and you also raise the toes up so that you walk on the balls of the feet. This will restore the original function of the knee joint, which is to bear the weight of the body. We have twisted the knee joint outwards, we have twisted the knee joint inwards. It is so the actual function of the knee joint is to bear the weight of the body. So we are restoring that by doing this. Then we do the complement of that, which is we raise the toes up, we raise the balls of the feet up, and we try to walk on the heels of the foot. This will avoid any injury that could happen because of the extreme twisting of the knee joint. Then we end the session with 3 rounds of a breathing practice known as Brahmari Pranayama, where we actually breathe in by raising the hands up and the heels up, and as we breathe out, we make a humming sound which sounds like this. Make sure that the movement of the heels and the hands and the sound is properly synchronized. That means when the heels and the hands come down together, the sound should also come out along with it. The heels and the hands should come down together, and you breathe out simultaneously such that you make a humming sound. We go for the 3rd round. Make sure that the tip of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth, the teeth are clenched and the lips are closed when you make the humming sound. Then we close the eyes and just feel the sound within you. Rub the palms so that you generate enough warmth in the palms. And then cup the palms over the eyes such that you don't touch the eyelids with the palms. You simply cup the palms over the eyes so that only the warmth is transferred to the eyes. Then you massage or rub the forehead first, the face in the upward direction, and the neck also in the upward direction. Then massage the arms inwards, the forearms outwards like this. And also massage the shin and the feet. Just rub the shin and the feet. So that's it. Thanks for watching. So like I said, this was a sample online session. So yeah, I have started online classes, and if you're interested, you can just comment in the comment section below and just let me know, and I'll get back to you. I have started a few online batches. That's Indian Standard Time 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. and Indian Standard Time 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. If I get enough students, I'll obviously make more batches. So yeah, let me know in the comment section if anyone is interested in online classes, and then I can conduct the same for you. Thanks.